Welcome, my political friends of the interwebs. You know how many times people have asked me what the hell I'm doing with a grenade? And the only thing I can think to ask is, what, you don't have a grenade? Yeah. Listen, you can get these at any gun show. It's got a hollowed out bottom. It's a dummy. It's a dummy grenade. That's all it is. What is it? I think Haas USMC has on his channel, I think he's got a quote that says, if you don't have a friend with a box of grenades, you're hanging around wrong people. Something like that. Anyway, I want to do a quick political video. Oh, good. I want to do a quick political video, and there's a reason. Well, I was out here making another video. I wanted a couple of things. One is, I wanted to tell everybody that one of the reasons, for those of you who don't watch my Mad Bad Voodoo channel, one of the reasons that I have not made a ton of videos is because Krista Blade's always got my damn camera. Now, hopefully she gets one for Christmas. I don't know if her parents are going to go that route. Be cool if she got one. But, yeah. She won't use my cheaper camera. She's got to have this Canon. But, she's got exams coming up here, and she's been studying a lot, so I got my camera back, so I don't predict her getting it for a while. Although I will tell you, for those of you who've asked me when I'm planning on taking Krista to the range, Thursday. I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed that I can get her there Thursday. She's definitely earned it. She can field strip those guns like nobody's business and clean them, you know. So she's definitely earned a shot at throwing some lead down range. So with any luck, we can do that Thursday. I'd like it to be outside, but it's starting to get cold here, so I don't know. It'd be nice if we could get a little bit of warm weather for Thursday. Anyway, for those of you who do not know who I'm talking about, Krista Blade, just search it. Krista Blade. She's a cool chick. All right, listen. Yeah, I want to do a little politics here. I mean, I really do. You know, I got to talk about the Costas thing, and it kills me. I know everybody's already talked about it and beat it into the ground and all that stuff, but I'll be honest with you, it didn't. I just want to throw my 2 cents into it. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the Costas stuff, then you've been living under a rock. But I'll just go ahead and lift the rock for a minute for you. Bob Costas, you know, sportscaster, NBC Sports, I believe it was Sunday Night Football halftime show. He had a lot to say, very anti-gun to say. Regarding that linebacker that shot his girlfriend or his wife, something, and then shot himself. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And a lot of people were pissed off about that and couldn't believe it. And they actually called for his firing, which I support. Don't get me wrong. I completely support anybody that comes out against any one of the amendments, comes out against the Constitution, should be fired. But here's the problem. You got to understand, NBC, okay, when you think NBC, I want you to think NBC News. I want you to think MSNBC. I want you to think Rachel Maddow. I mean, you know, NBC is, if you're watching any programming on NBC, including football, shame on you. Literally, shame on you. If you're buying products that advertise on NBC, shame on you. Okay? Here's the thing. You know, either we're going to live like, you know, men, which I prefer, or we're going to grovel on our knees, because I'm going to tell you right now, nothing's going to change at all until we learn to fight back. Literally. Until we learn to fight back. Mainstream media and the liberal communist party, the liberal communist powers that be in that whole media outfit, you're going to have to cut them off at the knees. And the only way to do that is through money. Now listen, they're totally willing and they're completely cool with the whole taking the bullet over their news programming. And that means NBC Nightly News, that means MSNBC, all that left-wing nonsense. They're totally, absolutely cool with losing money on those. Because as a whole, they make money. NBC is a big network. They make a lot of money. So, the only way to really hurt them is one, stop watching any programming on NBC at all. Two, isolate the companies that are advertising, spending their advertising money on NBC, and let them know you're advertising on pick an NBC show, any NBC show. It doesn't really matter. I don't watch a lot of TV, so I can't really think of one off bat. But Revolution. You're watching Revolution and you see that just shits and grins. I don't know that they do, but you're watching it and you see that I don't know, Chevy is advertising, or Tide laundry detergent. Send that company an email and say, hey, here's the thing. I was flipping through the channels and I noticed that you advertise on NBC. I'm no longer buying your product. Period. I don't need to use Tide. I can use all. I can use Gain. You know? But because Tide, and I'm just using Tide as an example, people. I don't know that Tide advertises on NBC. But you say just, because Tide supports NBC and their left-wing agenda, I can't support Tide. Plain and simple. Or Chevy, or, I don't know, whatever. Toasters. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. That's what's got to happen. And I don't mean just single out one program. I mean the whole damn network. The whole damn network. Period. I won't watch NBC anymore. I haven't watched NBC in forever. Won't do it. Can't do it. I'd love for somebody much more powerful than me to coordinate a boycott on all advertising. Listen, this is how they brought down Glenn Beck. This is how they brought down Glenn Beck. If you remember, when he was on the 5 o'clock time slot at Fox News, the liberals got together and they went after the advertisers. In the end, the only advertiser that would even touch his show was one of those gold selling outfits. Nobody else wanted their products advertised during that time slot because they were under pressure from a lot of people who said, hey, no, you can't. There you go. So we're going to sit back and take it up to Pooper, or are we going to fight? I say we fight. I won't watch NBC. It would start with NBC. Listen, all three of the major networks are culpable. All three of them. ABC, NBC, CBS, all three of them. Hell, throw PBS in on that. In fact, if you're a taxpayer, you should demand that PBS gets none of your money, or NPR for that matter. But you know what? Like I said, you gotta start focused like a laser. NBC. So let's start with NBC. Who's with me? Let me know in the comment section what you think. I just say we stop watching NBC, but you got to let it be known, and you got to go after the advertisers. And you have to let the advertisers on NBC know this is why we're not buying your product. Because bottom line, the advertising money is the gold. And it's the golden rule. He who has the gold makes rules. Let me tell you something. You deny NBC the gold, and they will change their tune in a hurry. So Bob Costas getting fired from NBC for being anti-gun, fat chance. Because NBC is anti-Second Amendment. Period. NBC is anti-conservative. Period. NBC, the corporation. Period. So let's fight. Let's fight. Who's with me? That's what's got to happen. That is exactly what's got to happen. I don't care if you've got a favorite show that comes on NBC. Don't watch it. What's more important? Some goofy-ass show or your guns? What's more important? Some goofy-ass show or the Constitution? I guarantee you, 5 years from now, you won't even remember watching that damn show. I could barely remember a damn episode of Lost. And I watched every damn one of those shows. I mean, seriously. To me, it's not rocket science. This is what we have to do. And the only way to change the left-wing media is... Because, listen, bottom line, I don't give a rat's ass who runs for president. If you don't have a gazillion dollars, you are not beating mass media. You are not beating left-wing media. You're not doing it. Do you realize to this day, even though you and I know better, because we get our news from other sources, But you know, to this day, half this freaking country still believes that that ambassador in Benghazi was killed because of a YouTube video? Why? Why do they still believe that when we all know the truth? Well, because the media wants them to believe that. The media has and always will be in the pocket of whatever liberal. I don't care if it's Barack Obama or not. Doesn't matter. Whatever lefty's in charge. I mean, I remember they did the same thing with Bill Clinton. Demonize the Republicans and shill for and have the back of the liberals, the communists. I mean, let's start calling it what it is. They're not socialists. They've got an agenda that leads to communism. That's where they want us, or worse. Anyway, this is already almost 11 minutes. I'm going to let it go. Let me know in the comments section. See ya.